Athena. Welcome to this class. We will be moving slowly today with a focus on the shoulders, rotations, and all the ranges of motions we can find. You don't need any props. You may have a block or a blanket if you like for more comfort. And we shall start lying on our backs. You can keep the knees bent, feet on the floor. And place your arms wherever is comfortable. If you like, you can knock the knees one against the other. Soften the eyelids, maybe close the eyes. And start by focusing onto your breath. Mindfully let anything that happened before this practice or may happen after be gently pushed away so that you can focus on your body, on your breath for the next minutes. Let's take 3 deep breaths together. Inhaling through the nose, fill up completely. And let it go through the mouth. 2 more times like that. Inhale. And let it go. Your deepest breath in. And let it go completely through the mouth. Find a natural breath. And bring your arms out in a T shape. Keep your knees bent. And we'll just invite some movement through the body. You'll take your right arm and keeping it on the floor, start circling the arm up towards the top of the head. Keep drawing a circle, a bit like a full circle snow angel, all the way towards the left hand. And when the body starts turning, let it turn with the guidance of your right arm. Reach beyond the left fingertips and circle it all the way back again. Right arm overhead, circling back to the starting point. You might be staying in a twist, that's fine. Legs to the left or wherever your legs want to go. And then take the left arm and circle it up overhead, going all the way to the right. Let the legs follow the movement, reaching the left fingertips beyond the right hand. Continuing like that, sliding the arms in half circles and letting the connection of the whole body be felt across this movement. If it feels appropriate, you can sync breath and movement. Let's do one more time each arm. After your left arm comes back all the way to the left, refining the arms in a T shape, you can bring your legs back to center. And reach both arms up towards the ceiling, so they're directly over the shoulders, fingertips pointing up. And you'll reach the fingertips higher up so much that the shoulders come off the floor and you find space between the shoulder blades. And then push the shoulders into the floor, squeezing the shoulder blades towards each other. Let's keep doing that. Reach the fingertips up, protraction of the shoulder blades. And squish the shoulders down, retraction of the shoulder blades. 2 more times, you reach it up and squeeze it down. Reach up and squeeze down. Keeping the arms here, keeping the shoulder blades pushing into the floor. Reach the arms up overhead. Try to keep your core and rib cage stable. So as soon as you start popping the ribs, don't go up so far. If you can, bring the arms all the way down to the floor while keeping the rib cage glued to the floor as well. Notice how far you can go. And then lower the arms all the way down by your hips. And again, reach the arms up to the ceiling and keep going up and back, keeping the rib cage stable, stopping where it stops being stable, where the ribs start popping, and then come back down by your hips. One more time. Reach the arms up. We're going towards a flexion of the shoulders as the arms go overhead. And lower the arms back down by your hips. Let's roll to one side. And gently push the top hand into the floor. Make your way up to a seating position. If you want to block a blanket to sit up on, you're welcome to do that so you're comfortable. And you'll take your arms by your sides on your lap. And just take one breath here, feeling the upright position in your spine. If the eyes are closed, you can open them, and we'll bring the arms forward. So we're doing a lot of technical stuff to start with the shoulders, so you really get a feel of all those ranges of motion. So starting with the platter on your hands. Think of where your shoulders are. So your forearms and hands are turned up. Are your shoulders also doing this movement of turning up and out? If they are, you're kind of rolling the armpits towards yourself and a bit up towards your face. And this is external rotation of the shoulders. From here, trying to start the movement from the shoulder, but an internal rotation. So you might be doing only forearms. Try to see if you can do shoulders. So the forearms and hands follow the shoulders movement. And do that a few times. And then bring the arms upwards towards the ceiling while keeping that rotation going, those rotations rather. And then bring the arms in a circle out to the sides. And going back down towards the floor and back towards the back of your body, towards the extension of the shoulders. And then come back up, bringing your arms towards parallel to the floor. And keep your arms in an external rotation. So you're rolling the shoulders back. So the tricep rolls down and forward. So if you're in, you're kind of rolling the shoulders forward. External, you're rolling the shoulders back. You can take the time to feel it. It can be sometimes a bit confusing. From here, try to keep the shoulders where they are and turn only the forearms and the hands. Shoulders are still rolling back. Try to flex the hands and take a little mental picture, mental feeling of how this is. This is when you are in a slight plank. This is the position of your shoulders that would be ideal. All right, shake it out and let's keep going. If your arms are starting to burn, try to keep breathing through it. Bring your arms up overhead and again, externally rotate the shoulders. So the armpits are rolling towards each other. Shoulders are rolling out. So rather than going in, so the shoulders going towards the ears, you go the other way. Shoulders roll away from the ears. Palms are facing towards each other. Keeping the shoulders as they are. Turn the forearms and hands forward. Keeping the shoulders in external rotation. This is your downward facing dog position. You can take a little mental picture. And then keep going, bringing the arms forward. And stop when they get parallel to the floor again. Hold that tray once again. Roll the shoulders out. And same thing, keeping the shoulders as they are, roll the forearms and hands. And you're in your tabletop plank. Yeah, any posture that's here facing the floor. Take a little mental picture. And let it go. Shake out the hands. Shake out the shoulders, roll them back. Great, and let's make our way onto hands and knees. So you might remember what you just did. so that the shoulders are in external rotation here, rolling back. You might notice the eye of the elbow facing forward towards the fingertips. But you keep your fingers pointing forward. And from here, keeping the shoulders as they are in external rotation, lower the belly, lift the heart in a cow spine. Inhale. Exhale to round, bring the chin towards the chest, cat spine. And inhale to extend. Exhale to round. Try to feel the whole movement as you transition. 2 more times. Inhale. Exhale, push into the earth as you round. Inhale, gently pull the shoulders back. Exhale, round. Inhale, neutral spine. Tuck the toes, push the hips towards the heels. So lock the lower body here. And bring the hands maybe a little bit closer. You're going to engage the lower belly and lower back. And like we just did cat-cow, same thing but with the upper back only. See if you can concentrate the movement to that area. So on your inhale, you'll extend the upper back and you can also lift the head. On your exhale, you'll round the upper back and bring the chin in. Try to keep the lower back stable. 2 more times. Flex mindfully thoracic and cervical spine. And again, inhale. And exhale. Find a neutral spine. Bring the hands closer forward. And then slowly lift the knees to reach the hips up and back to your first downward dog. Let the head be heavy. Think of the external rotation in the shoulders. Triceps roll down towards the earth. Try to keep the index finger and thumb anchored to the ground. And you may start bending one knee at a time. Just warming up the legs a little bit. You can also rock the hips side to side. And I invite you to bring focus to your shoulders here. Do you feel different sensations in one shoulder and the other as you invite this little movement in your Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward dog? Stabilize your dog. Inhale, look forward, bend the knees. Exhale, take little steps all the way to the front of the mat, feet hip width apart. Get heavy in your upper body, bend the knees, let the arms hang loose. Head heavy. And pushing through the heels, engage in the back side of the body. You'll gently roll your way up 1 vertebra at a time. Super slow. Paying attention to the heaviness of the shoulders, to each vertebra as you stack 1 vertebra at a time up towards your standing posture. Shoulders and head roll last, arriving in Tadasana, mountain pose. Take a full breath here, feeling the length and stacking of the whole body. And you'll do the reverse, bringing the chin in, start rolling, shoulders, upper back, middle back, feeling every vertebra as it furrows down, keeping the legs strong, knees gently bent. Core is also working here to support this slow transition. Arriving to your Uttanasana, to your forward fold. Let's inhale to find a long spine, fingertips to the shins, top of the head reaches forward, shoulders draw back, engage your core. Lower the fingertips down and step the left foot back. Left knee comes down to the floor and come up onto your right thigh with your hands. Anchor your right forearm to the inner right thigh. Left arm comes up to the sky and inhale to lengthen. Exhale to side bend to the right. You don't need to go super far. Just notice where you start feeling sensation. Maybe in the front left hip, maybe in your left side body. Breathing into that sensation. Gently push the right arm into the thigh. Inhale, come to center, both arms up. Exhale, twist to the right. Left arm forward, right arm back. Lower the left hand down, right hand reaches up to the sky. And gently lower the right hand down. Step the right foot back to a plank. Inhale. Exhale, lower the knees and come all the way down. Keep that external rotation, elbows point back as you lower. Roll the shoulders up to the ears. Squish them together in the upper back and float the chest. Think of squeezing the elbows towards each other and press the feet into the floor, legs into the floor, and maybe you float the hands. Keep squeezing back, feel the back body strength. Inhale. Lower the hands and push your way back to downward facing dog. Full breath here. Inhale, look forward, bend the knees. Exhale, make your way to the top of the mat. This time, inhale to come halfway up, lengthen the spine. Stay here, bring your hands to the hips. Gently squeeze the shoulders back and come all the way up to stand. Circle the arms up and over. And exhale, hinge out the hips to come all the way back down to your Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, shoulders draw back. Exhale, fingertips down, right foot steps back, lower the knee. With the hands to the thigh, come up. Think of engaging your legs, squeezing them towards each other. Left arm to the inner thigh, right arm up to the sky. Inhale. Exhale, side bend. Finding that first sensation. Where is the stretch? Breathe into that stretch. Gently come back to center. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale, twist to the left. Right arm forward, left arm back. Inhale here. Exhale, right hand down, left hand to the ceiling in your twisted lunge. Gently lower the left hand, lift the back knee and step back to your plank. Inhale here. Exhale, lowering the knees, come all the way down. External rotation in the shoulders, take your time. Keep the hands here, pressing into the earth. Roll the shoulders up and back, and lift the chest up. Use the back body strength to start, and then you can also use your hands a little bit. And then soften the heart. Roll the shoulders up and back again, and from here, pulling the shoulders back, pull the heart forward. Use your arm strength, maybe gaze up if that's comfortable for the neck. Legs stay strong. On your exhale, push your way all the way back to downward facing dog. Full breath here. On your next inhale, bend the knees, look forward. Exhale, walk or step your way to the top of the mat. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fingertips down, step the left foot back. Keep the knee down, left hand to the floor, reach the right arm up to the sky. Coming back to this twisted lunge. Bring the right arm parallel to the floor, towards the wall that's in front of you. And slide the right shoulder up to the ear. Slide the shoulder blade towards the left shoulder blade. And from this engagement in the upper back, reach the right hand up to the ceiling. You might feel a bit more engagement through the upper back. Think of externally rotating the left shoulder so it rolls away from the ear. Inhale here. And exhale, lower the right hand down. Tucking the left toes, lift the left knee. Come all the way up to high lunge. Inhale to reach the fingertips up. Keep the shoulders relaxed. Exhale, pull the arms back in cactus. Squeeze the shoulder blades in the upper back. Inhale, lift up. Hands face each other. Exhale, pull it back. Inhale up. Exhale back. Inhale up. Bring your hands to the hips. Lengthen the front leg and pivot both feet to the left so the feet are parallel. From here, you'll interlace the fingers behind you, or grab opposite elbows, or bring the fists together. See what your shoulders like today. From here, you'll lift the chest up, stretch the shoulders back, and exhale to fold forward, hinging at the hips. You can bend your knees as much as you like here. 2 full breaths, letting the head be heavy. Lower the hands down to the hips, slide them down to the floor. Come halfway up, inhale. And exhale, walk the hands to the front of the mat, pivot the feet forward, and step your way back to plank. Find strength in your plank, legs are strong. Externally rotate the shoulders, and with control start lowering the hips, pulling the chest forward, pulling the shoulders back. Externally rotate. Imagine you're opening jars with your hands, so your fingers point outside of the mat without actually moving. And use your core to come back up to plank. Let's do that one more time. Lower the hips, strong legs, pull your chest forward, pull the shoulders back, and pull your belly up and all the way to down dog. Full breath. Lower the left knee down. Pivot the left foot outside of the mat. And finding a supported side plank here, lift the right arm up to the sky. So think of that first posture when you were sitting. Left shoulder externally rotates. Keep anchoring through the left hand. Reach the right arm up. From here, you can internally rotate the right shoulder so the palm faces back and reach the arm back towards the back wall. Lift the right leg, bend the knee, and maybe you'll grab the foot. Maybe not, you can just reach for it. If you can grab the foot, push it into the hand, find a bit more stretch. And think of squeezing the shoulder blades in the back so you have more support as the chest reaches up to the ceiling. Gently release the foot, come all the way back down, tucking the toes to downward facing dog. Look forward and make your way to the front. Inhale, come halfway up. And exhale, fingertips down, right foot steps back, lower the knee. Anchor the right hand, twist to the left, left hand to the ceiling. Left arm comes in front of you towards the wall. Gentle bend in the elbow. Slide the shoulder up to the ear and back towards the right shoulder blade. From there, pull the left fingertips up to the ceiling, using that energy from the center of the shoulder blades to reach both hands in opposite directions. Gently lower the hand. You can lift the right knee and reach the arms all the way up to high lunge. Inhale here, reaching up, hands, palms facing towards each other. Exhale, pull the arms back. Use the strength of the upper back, curl the chest. Inhale to reach up. And exhale, pull it back. Inhale up. Exhale back. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower the hands to the hips. Lengthen the front leg and pivot the feet to the right so the feet are parallel. Keeping the arms like this, inhale to lengthen the spine. Exhale to hinge at the hips. Interlace the fingers behind the neck and the lower part of the head. So you find a bit of traction in the neck. Keep pushing through the outer edges of the feet, maybe bend the knees. And let the spine get long and heavy, trickling towards the earth. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Let it go through the mouth. And gently let go of the hands, bring the fingertips down to inhale for a long spine. And exhale, walk the hands forward, pivot the feet forward, stepping back to plank. Strengthen the legs, coming into this dynamic upward facing dog. Lower the hips with control. Glutes are engaged. Pull the chest forward, pull the shoulders back. So think of pulling the hands towards the toes. Rotate the shoulders outwards and pull your way back up to plank. Use that core. One more time. Staying in control, lowering the hips. Pull the chest forward, shoulders back. Keep the knees lifted. And pull the hips up and all the way back to down dog. Lowering the right knee to the floor. Pivot the right foot outside of the mat. Opening up towards the left wall. Find that base in your right arm. Pushing through the hand, rotating the right shoulder back. And lift the left arm up to the sky. Internally rotate the left shoulder, palm faces back. And reach the hand back behind you. Fill the left leg, bend the knee, maybe grab the foot or just reach for it. Pull the foot into the hand, squeeze the scapula behind you to create a little shelf for the heart to curl up a little bit more. Finding your breath here. Gently release the foot. Come all the way back to your downward facing dog. Full breath here. You can exhale through the mouth. On your next inhale, fold the right leg back. Exhale, step the foot between the hands. Lower the left heel down so the back foot is parallel to the shorter edge of the mat. And swivel the arms all the way up to warrior two. Arms are parallel to the earth. Right knee bends in line with the toes. Think of again, squeezing the shoulder blades towards each other and reaching through the fingertips. Let's inhale to reach the right arm up, reverse warrior. And exhale, circle both arms all the way down to the floor. Coming onto the left toes. Slide the front foot, the right foot halfway down the mat. So it's right under the hips. Pivot both feet to the right. Keeping this anchoring through the ground, right hand floats up. Supported side plank. Inhale here, lift the hips a little bit higher. And slowly lower the hips all the way down towards a seat. And you can pivot onto the two sit bones facing the back side of the mat. Unravel the legs and bend both knees in front of you. Feet are on the floor. Bring your hands behind you, about 1 hand's distance behind the hips. And here the forearms and hands are kind of in an internal rotation posture. But I invite you to externally rotate the shoulders. So instead of going like this, they roll back. From there, you can also squeeze the shoulder blades, reach the chest up, find your core, and gently pushing through the heels, lift the hips. Bring a full breath here, keep the chin towards the chest. Keep pushing through the heels, push through the arms to lift the chest, and to drag the shoulders back. For 3, 2, 1. Lower the hips. Point the left hand towards the front of the mat. And bring the right hand on the other side, coming back to downward facing dog. Full breath. Exhale through the mouth if you need to let go of some heat. Inhale, lift the left leg back. Exhale, step the foot forward for warrior two, right heel down. Swivel the arms up, parallel to the earth. You can keep squeezing the shoulder blades towards each other, find more strength in the upper back. Don't forget the lower body, it's still supporting you here. And then find lightness through the fingertips as they reach in opposite directions. gently reverse, reaching the left arm up to the sky, right hand to the back thigh. And then circle both arms all the way down, pivoting onto the right toes. Slide the left foot halfway down the mat. Pivot both feet so the toes point towards the left. And come up to lift the left arm to the sky in your supported side plank. Don't forget your right shoulder rolling back. And gently lower the hips down, coming all the way to that seat. Feet to the floor, knees bent. Coming back to the same reverse table posture, hands behind you, fingers pointing forward if they can. Rotate the shoulders back, lift the chest. Push through the heels, engage your core and glutes to lift your way up. So you have two options. You can stay here like we did the first time, or you can try reaching the hips down and back between your arms. So you'll curl the spine if you do that. Push into the arms nice and strong. Maybe you'll only arrive here if the glutes come down, or you can push into the floor more and reach all the way back. Might have to do with proportions, don't beat yourself up. And then come all the way back. Keep pushing through the shoulders. 2 more times. So you round the spine to make space. And pull your way up. One last time. Wherever you are, keep rotating the shoulders back. And we'll all lower the hips down. Point the right fingers forward and come all the way back to your downward facing dog. Lower the knees down, come back to a child's pose, hips to the heels, lowering the forehead to the ground or a pillow, whatever is comfortable. Inviting the breath back in. And very gently slide your way onto the belly. And from here, bring your right arm outside of the mat so the elbow is in line with the shoulder. So it isn't down here, it isn't up here, it's in line with the shoulder. Fingertips point towards the front. If you only have very tight shoulders, you might extend the arm. Bring the left hand just by the left shoulder, right ear down to the floor, and then gently roll onto the right side of the body. I personally like to bend the knees like in a fetal position. If you're feeling very comfortable, you might roll further and bring the left foot to the floor. Finding whatever is comfortable for you today on this side. You might close the eyes. Let the breath deepen. Get the breath in through the nose. And let it go through the mouth. And very gently roll back onto the belly. You might have tingles in the hands, that's normal. You're kind of stretching this part where there's a lot of blood circulating, so stopping that. Same thing on the other side, left arm at 90 degrees, in line with the left shoulder. Left ear down, right hand under the right shoulder, and gently rolling to the left side. You might bend the knees, find whatever leg shape is comfortable for you. And you might bring your attention towards the left shoulder, noticing where is the stretch most present. with a more subtle sensation of a stretch. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Let it go through the mouth. And very gently making your way back onto the belly. Stack one hand on top of the other and rest the forehead onto the hands. Give me a few instants to breathe here, finding center again. Gently bring your hands under the shoulders and very softly push your way up towards a sitting position. You could be cross-legged, sit on a block, on a pillow, whatever is most comfortable. And from here, you'll bring the arms out by your sides and bring the right arm under the left. Hugging yourself, bringing the fingertips towards the inner edge of the shoulder blade or wherever they arrive. You might soften the eyelids or close the eyes and perhaps give yourself a bit of a massage with the fingertips. If you reach the space between the shoulder blades, you can massage those muscles we've been squeezing today. Engaging, giving yourself a bit of affection. Let the breath deepen. Invite the face to soften. Gently release the arms. And bring the left arm under the right this time. And again, hugging yourself. Either resting the hands on the shoulder blades or giving yourself a little massage. Gently release the arms. And bring the hands behind you, interlacing the fingers, keeping the elbows bent. You'll bring the two hands in the fist to the right hip. So you're pulling the left shoulder a little bit down and to the right. And then you can hug the right elbow in gently. From here, gently lower the right ear to the right shoulder. Inviting a nice stretch in the left side of the neck. Gently coming back to center. Bring the fist back to the center and all the way to the left hip. Gently pulling the right shoulder down and to the left. Left elbow can gently hug back. Left ear lowers to the left shoulder. You might even imagine the breath taking up a bit of space in the area you're stretching. Gently let go, bring the head back to center. Release the arms. You can interlace the hands before you, in front of you, and roll the wrists in a bit of a infinity or number 8 shape. Change the direction. When you're ready, make your way onto the back for your final relaxation. If you'd like a pillow under the knees, you can do that. You can also place a blanket or an eye pillow on the eyes. Make sure you're comfortable, taking up space with the arms. You can keep the knees bent if the back is sensitive, or take space with the legs extended. Softening the eyes, letting the head be heavy. Letting go of any tension in the jaw. And let the shoulder blades get flat onto the earth. Inviting the upper back and shoulders and arms to soften and get heavy onto the support of the earth. Softly breathing in and out through the nose, effortlessly. Inviting stillness for these last moments of your practice. Gently start deepening the breath. If you need more time in your Shavasana, you're welcome to stay as long as you need. When you're ready to wake up and move, you may start by wiggling fingers and toes and circling ankles and wrists. Bring the feet together, arms overhead, stretch out the length of the body. And bending one knee at a time. Gently roll onto whichever side you prefer in your fetal position. Taking a full breath here, taking your time. And pressing the top hand into the earth. Gently make your way up to sit. Finding once again a comfortable seat. You can close your eyes, rest the hands to the thighs. Feel the sit bones anchored into the earth and the length of the spine stretching up over it, up through the top of the head. And take a moment to notice your shoulders. Where are they in space? You may see in your mind's eye where they are in relation to the rest of the body. Bring the hands together at heart center. Gently bowing the chin towards the fingertips. Take a moment to thank yourself for showing up on your mat today and for taking this time to notice the sensations in the body, to move, to breathe. close with one deep breath, starting with an exhale. Inhale fully. Let it go through the mouth. Thank you for practicing with me today. Namaste.